Today, you find out what you identify as in Lost Ark.
You're going to love this.
The only tier list that has ever mattered in the history of tier lists, and it really describes it all. Every single character's in the perfect location. So if this helps you pick your character and you don't subscribe, that means you're sus. My name's Claysthetics, and we're running right into it. You want to be the ultimate e-boy Giga Chad warrior? Paladin is the class for you, so you can be a Giga Chad all the way in prison. It's really going to give all those ex-WoW Paladins a true class fantasy, and it easily has its place in any group. As you can see from the prison cell, everybody is ecstatic to be there with him. But if you want to take a step out of prison and into pure madness, then you're going to be picking Berserker. And then you'll be living your dreams as a Giga Chad, slaying your way all the way to the top. And because Madness is its top PvE build, you're going to be going berserk the entire time you're playing and really just getting that guts vibe and cutting everybody down in front of you. Or hopefully Jojo before he gets away with what he was going to do in prison. But if you didn't get enough playtime in Monster Hunter World, well, then you can be a Gunlancer warlord extraordinaire, transcending games and time and space and whatever else. And I guess you can slay monsters on this game too, but they're bigger and better than ever. Because your Charged Lance in Lost Ark gets a massive upgrade, and now it has a cannon on it. But now for the martial artist, and we could think of no one better than the greatest martial artist of all time. Of course, I'm talking about the true God King himself, Steven Seagal. And every single one of these classes, except for one, is going to make you feel like the god of Kung Fu himself. With Scrapper being as close to Steven Seagal physically, but closer to One Punch Man mentally, we ended up with the ultimate fusion, One Punch Seagal. And if that isn't class fantasy, I don't know what is. But now for all you sus people that can't handle playing the opposite gender, War Dancer and Striker, either one that you pick are going to do the exact same thing. But now for the absolute strongest character in the entire game, Soulfist. And I know the first thing you non-Dragon Ball believers are going to say is that I'm wrong. Well, you're wrong. And no one else on this list could fight Goku. Because when you pull up on SM, you get the big Goku moves. You're going to be throwing out spirit bombs and Kamehamehas like nobody's business. And you can see when you pop that second awakening ultimate, Goku comes in and gives you that pat on the back to give you the extra juice you need to slay everybody in front of you. Soul Master's really going to give you the full-on Dragon Ball experience, and honestly, nothing beats it. But now, if you want to stand in the back and pretend to be relevant, you can pick any of the gunners. But if you weren't done sipping your juice in Southside Central, then Artiller... I can't say Artillers, it's just so stupid. It's just so stupid. Just call it Blaster. Why'd we have to rename all the classes? It's just so dumb.
We have a Paladin.
Blaster's gonna give you the nuke, the flamethrower, and basically all the guns on your boy's belt. So no, sir, we don't have any problems here because now we're about to go full stampede mode. And the closest we're going to get to Vash is Deadeye, so if you love Trigun as much as I do, you might end up in love with this character. This man's easily one of the coolest weapon swapping masters in the entire game. And if you have problems with being a boy, well, then you could just play the girl, because not only does she have better outfits, Gunslinger's basically just a massive upgrade from Deadeye. So you could be Vash's Stampede, or you could be Homura from Madoka. So yes, Shooty Girl is better than Shooty Boy. Get used to it. But Shooty Girl only has 3 weapons, and one of them isn't a bow. So Sharpshooter is the perfect class for anybody who likes burbs and bows.
I'm a bird.
It's basically an invisible assassin with a bow that has traps, but not these kind of traps. But now for our waifus that aren't traps, and you can really choose to go full Megumin. And really embrace a true Fire Mage build. Its abilities are super fun, and it makes you feel powerful when you're playing it. The burst is absolutely insane, and it really just lets you one-combo players, bosses, you name it. Megumin can do it. But now for the true support class. And is the exact counter to our E-Boy Paladin. Bard has been a staple in almost every group since launch, and it still holds its place now, easily a top-tier waifu, so don't sleep on her. Even though I know most of you want to sleep with her. But now for the sus of all sus with the classes. And only play these if you enjoy tentacle play.
Next year,
the Assassins. Shadowhunter, a true Devil May Cry experience, and this is going to let you get that Dante vibe. It's one of the coolest classes in the entire game, and being able to go sicko mode as a demon is actually one of the best class gauges in the entire game. I know a ton of people are in love with this class, and I don't blame you, because what's hotter than a demon girl? But now for the last class on the list, the TikToker's wet dream, Deathblade. Its ultimate is just a clip chimp's perfect way to grind free views. Big flashy moves, lots of spinning things, you're basically just a Beyblade. But instead of some kind of monster popping out of, you're actually just a grill. But now for all my real motherfuckers that stayed for the tier list, you know I love you the most. And as you can see, it's perfect. There's literally no mistakes, and everything is definitely in the right place. And if you have an argument about it, feel free to drop it in the comments, because we actually do need to have a discussion if One Punch Seagal could actually beat Goku in a fight. I really don't know what's going to happen at this point, but I do know that you probably should have subscribed by now. Stop being ridiculous, and make sure you stay beautiful, blessed, and safe out there, so I can see you in the next one. Peace.